sweat and tears, and I made my rounds. I'm bad too. There's no stopping me. Get out of my way, I'm like a runaway train flying at a supersonic speed. I got what you want. I got what you need. Welcome to the show.
It figures to be a wet one, but we'll have baseball for you on MLB Network nonetheless. Should be a fun Father's Day matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Mets. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Standing in, Jose Martinez, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Jose Martinez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line to the right side. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
What a hot streak. Stay hot, my friend. Up over 290. He is flirting with that 300, elusive 300 batting average mark.
Colton Wong will stand in as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. Career numbers versus Syndergaard, not great. He's 1 for 8. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about with the first baseman holding the runner on. It's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
The 3-1 pitch. And now there's ball 4 as this goes straight to the backstop.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Coming to the plate now, Paul Goldschmidt, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Here comes the first pitch, and that misses inside 1-0. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short, he was an 8th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
3-0 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's got an opportunity here in a bases loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit. And the run will score as the Cardinals are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Boy, he had to be sitting on a fastball, Dero, right there, because he pulls this one and gets the barrel to it to drive that runner in from third.
Yeah, Dan, you could tell he was sitting all over it. You don't get to a fastball like that without knowing it's coming. Nice piece of hitting.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sinker's in there. No balls and a strike. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Carpenter enters the day with a slugging percentage in the 460s, a number he can be proud of. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. The 0-2 home. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. The double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
Back to him on the mound. Oh, and a comebacker. This could be big. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has struggled to score runs the last couple games. Last 3 to 4 games to be exact. They're going to have to manufacture it in a different way. Can't wait for that 2-3 run homer. They're going to have to get guys on base, put the defense on their heels a little bit, maybe a little hit and run, maybe a little old school baseball.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Paul DeYoung, and a great chance here for the Cardinals to add on in just the first inning. First delivery to him on the way, and obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0. And that's off his leg on the mound. No play as the run comes in to score, and we're all hoping he's going to be okay on the mound. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. So the bases are loaded here with one man gone, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. He's set. Here it comes. And that misses. Ball 1. Now the 1-0 finds the zone. Strike 1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. There's Cano to Lowry at the bag. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Mets nothing. Jack Flaherty is on the mound for the Cardinals. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, D-Row, this is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop game 2, win game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, D-Row, win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
Here's Jed Lowry now, and as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled straight back. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Up next will be the power bat of Peter Alonso as he'll take a look at ball 1. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
2-0 now. Here it comes, 2-0. 2 balls and a strike.
I got 2-1.
Lowry, base runner at first with 1 out. To 2-2 now.
I'd be shocked if you saw anything else but a fastball right here. He's blown those first 2 by him. Don't give this guy a chance to speed up his bat with something off speed.
The 2-2. This is on the ground over to first. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
Into the box, Michael Conforto, as he would look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Conforto, a 6'1" left-handed hitter, but throws right-handed. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. The 1-0 is laid off for ball two. Now the 2-1 pitch. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Still 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike three.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled off. Two men are on with 2 men out. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
The 1-2. And that one got a piece of him.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. He's currently in the first year of a new 2-year contract. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. The set and the 1-1 fouled away. From the stretch, the 1-2 to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
The set and the 2-2, and he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Mets nothing. As we begin the second in New York, here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather conditions.
Matt, I am hearing that heavier rain is expected to pass through the ballpark at some point later in the game. The umpiring crew would, of course, like to get this one in uninterrupted, but it is possible that we could be looking at some sort of a delay if they determine the weather is impacting the play on the field.
All right, Heidi, thanks. We'll hope for the best, of course, but guys, you have to assume these players are probably going to be impacted by this weather at least a little.
Yeah, Matty, 100% it's going to be bothersome. They're going to have to watch their spikes. They're going to have to maybe gather themselves to get that extra grip on the baseball. But from a position player standpoint, you just can't lose focus. Starting pitchers are the ones that are going to have the most problems with it.
Grounded to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And let's focus on Robinson Cano, one of the softest hands in all our sport. Probably turns one of the best double plays in the game. Captain of the defense.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. Here it comes. Line drive to left. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. The throw into second. And he had 2 on his mind, and that's what he'll get as he's in at second base with a 1-out double. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Stepping in now, Jose Martinez. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. The 1-0. Oh, and he hung the slider here, and it's a towering drive out to deep left field. This ball is gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left, number 10 for him on the year. And with it, the Cardinals have increased their lead 4-0.
As soon as this thing left the bat, you knew it had the distance to get out of here. The only question was whether it was going to stay fair or not. And that question was answered with a resounding doink as it caromed off the foul pole for a homer.
Now batting.
Here's Colton Wong now.
Colton Wong.
As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. The 1-0. Line drive to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
Coming to the plate now, Paul Goldschmidt. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
The 2-1 home. This is foul right side. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the runner moving here on that 3-2 pitch. With only one out, but this guy at the plate swings the bat really well. So it's likely he'll put the ball in play if it's a pitch worth swinging at.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Right side hit hard. And that gets through for a one-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
And we take a look at the line right here, and it's not pretty. He's given up 7 hits, and we're only in the second inning. So what if 3 things is going to happen? He's either going to buckle down and start hitting his spots, he's going to continue to get shelled, and our game is going to last about 5 hours, or he's going to get the hook early and head for the showers.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. Wong over at second. Goldschmidt is over at first with 1 away. Oh, this one bounces off the pitcher. Nice recovery play to get the second out, but we'll have to make sure he's okay on the mound. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game, and from all indications it looks like he's going to try to continue. Stepping up now, Matt Carpenter hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
First delivery to him on the way. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
1-1. Carpenter, 33 years old. He was a 13th round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
A strike away now from getting out of this mess. Sometimes pitching is all about minimizing, right? So keeping it to 2 runs across in the inning would be huge.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Well, it's obvious that earlier home run he gave up is still on his mind. He had him 3-2, but he didn't want to give him anything over the heart of the plate to hit. So we'll see if that walk comes back to hurt him.
So that brings in the power hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Looking to minimize the damage here. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. 7 home runs for him on the year now as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
It wasn't exactly a majestic home run, but Showtrack tells us here that that ball was absolutely crushed. It left the bat at an incredible 116 miles an hour.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. And he'll probably be running over a few of these pitches in his head tonight, but will depart here. Robert Gesellman enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while.
Robert Gesellman. Now batting.
Standing in now, Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Up top, it's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. 2 out, nobody on. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. But not before they come up with 6 runs this half inning on the strength of a couple of home runs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Cards lead it 8-0. Stepping in, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Leading up.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
I got to believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Batting in, the catcher,
Catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there 1-0.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
The 1-0 is a fastball taken high for a ball.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Bradley gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes. And history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball right side. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
The batter, number 6.
Striding in once again, Jeff McNeil. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
McNeil hits right-handed pitching very well. Makes a lot of contact, but he generally isn't known for displaying a lot of power. You'll see a lot of line drives and ground balls from him in these situations.
Yeah, I almost think he has too good of hand-eye coordination, Matty. Sometimes maybe just attacks that pitch that's not there to do major damage with, but could just drive it up the middle the other way and take his knock, and that's what he's been able to do. So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention on the guy behind the dish, Matt Wieters. Not easy to do his job at get out of that crouch at 6'4", 6'5", and throw an absolute rocket down to second base. And oh, by the way, hit from both sides of the plate. Look for him to have a big day today.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Pitch is piling up, 44, and he's not clear of the second yet. Soft liner towards first, but this is speared by the first baseman, and he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble.
Number 20.
Stepping up to the plate, Peter Alonso, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First offering on its way. 0-1 the count. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And it's fouled away. Too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. Digging in, Dexter Fowler. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Hit hard to the right side, but foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Weak grounder down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Here now the 2-2. Lifted down the line in left. Nimmo moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Cardinals, the catcher.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Matt Wieters. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there, the old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
The windup and the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Two and two to the Cardinals catcher.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
The 2-2. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. On to first, and Wieters is set down now, 2 away.
Now
back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jose Martinez. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Slider finds the zone for a strike. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
And this one's inside and high, 1-2 now.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
The 1-2. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals, as the lead holds at 8-0.
Back now for the Mets' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively, but first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts, so that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
leading up.
Next up from New York, Michael Conforto. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Conforto.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
So 1 man gone for the Mets in the third, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Cano waits on the first pitch. And that one right down Main Street. In there, strike 2. Cano, as in don't you know, a part of his New York nickname days. He's got plenty of contract security. This is the first year of a new 5-year deal. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted into center field. Fowler has a read on it. And that's the second out of the inning. At the plate, going is Cespedes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner.
Hey, that's just a great pitch right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, right under the knee. It's interesting. I was a low ball hitter, so you could take the strike zone and go to the ground with it. I can live with that being called a strike. What I can't live with is above the belt getting popped.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. DeYoung fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. Still 8-0. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, and it's 0-1. Lifetime matchup numbers with Gesellman. He's 1 for 4. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. The 1-1. This is line to left, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So the fourth inning opens with a leadoff single.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Runners on the move for second. Strike taken. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Wong leads off second with nobody out. And it's 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 is a sinker that dips below the zone for a ball. Marcell Ozuna waits on deck. And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. hit to short. Oh, and trouble there for Lowry. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Infielders are taught from the time they hold a glove that you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up, and he couldn't recover in time.
In now, Marcell Ozuna as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. The 1-0. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Conforto is there, one away. The relay throw, and he's safe.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Stepping into the box, Matt Carpenter. Lifetime matchup numbers with Gesellman. He's 1 for 3. First offering on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Runners are at first and third, one away. Fastball called for strike two.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of it depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Into the box, Paul DeYoung. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Here's a look over to first. Don't want to forget about him. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
First offering on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Liner toward right center. Fowler is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Ready for another chance? Devin Mesoraco comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball
Low
one.
for ball one. Fouled off. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Two and two to the Mets catcher.
2 strikes.
Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball as it holds it 2 and 2. Ready with another 2-2. This is flared out towards second. And there are 2 away now. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. First delivery to him on the way.
No, that's
Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
The 1-1 home. Down the first baseline, fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Digging in, Tyler O'Neill. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Tyler O'Neill.
First pitch on its way. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen.
Ball 2.
2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
3-0 now.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Well, the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Matt Wieters.
Ready once again, Matt Wieters. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Well, this has been a lot of pitches for him out of the bullpen. As you can see there, they're asking a lot of him in this one. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a day off or 2 after this one.
Now a throw over and the runner back safely. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. The 1-1. Popped him up. Cano moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next will be the right-handed hitting Jose Martinez. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. Line toward the gap in left center. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. O'Neill isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Into the box now, Colton Wong, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far.
Ball.
1-1. The 1-1. He pulls this one into right, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. A run, a hit, and a man left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cardinals 9 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Mickey Callaway, the Mets skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up. So we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Jeff McNeil. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Fowler is right there, 1 down.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Stepping in now, Jed Lowry, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And that's too high, ball 2. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Peter Alonso waits on deck. And he misses, ball 4.
The batter, number 20.
Ready for another shot now. Peter Alonso, 1 for 2. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 0-1 count and the pitch. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike two.
Well, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. If he's going to have the ability to flip that in there whenever he wants, this is going to be a tough test.
Fastball well outside. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last two were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Here now the 2-2 is a ball high and inside.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Lowry stands at first with one out. Soft liner to the right side, and now they'll tag him out between first and second. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Mets go down quickly. They're down 9-0. Seth Lugo gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Stepping into the box, Paul Goldschmidt. He'll start things out now in the top half of the sixth. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Oh, that's off.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Talk about certain guys in a lineup that you want to be really careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
The 2-0 on the way. Outside, 3-0 now. The 3-0 pitch is in there for strike one.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
The 3-1 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. But fortunately, he'll hold on at first with just a single.
Dan, I know you fight as an offensive player to get in a 3-1 count. What's the tension level on the mound throwing this guy a 3-1 heater?
That's one of the things you don't want to do. You have a game plan when you go into this, and the game plan normally is get ahead with strike one and make hitters expand the zone. 3-1, not a good time to throw a fastball.
Standing in now, Marcell Ozuna. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now the 1-0 is a fastball then off the plate for a ball.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Bradley is there. One away. Digging in now, Matt Carpenter. Past matchups against Seth Lugo. Not great. He's 1 for 8. He's set and the pitch. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike 1.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate. And if he stays back, he's going to drive that thing with some serious authority.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball.
Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. This is skied into short left center.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Settling in now, Paul DeYoung. He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat. First offering on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. On the run is Nimmo. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Conforto. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
And now a pitch on the way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. In there, and it's even at 1. Carpenter might try to make a play on it. Still 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Here's Robbie Cano now. Drilled to first. Taken in by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now to the plate, the Mets DH, Yoenis Cespedes. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
No runs, 3 hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Takes this the other way to right, but a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right field for the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. So coming to the plate, Tyler O'Neill. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Tyler O'Neill.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
In now, Dexter Fowler, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the 1-0 is a slider that misses below the zone. Past matchups against Seth Lugo. He's 1 for 4. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
One thing that could nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at bat here.
He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The 3-2 one more time, and he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Matt.
Ready now, Matt Wieters. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First offering on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball chopped foul off to the left side, and he's behind now 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More to come on MLB Network Sunday Baseball after this. Now at the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And he lays off for ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
High and deep to right center. Back goes Fowler to the track, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the 4th hit of the game, and it's a good one. Puts a good swing on this thing, and it goes for a double. We'll see if they can build on it here.
Here comes the Cardinal manager up out of the dugout out to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Tired a bit as he reached the 7th, but he's got a shot at the victory if his bullpen can help him out. Alex Reyes will come on in relief now as he'll make his 35th appearance of the season.
Number 29, Alex Reyes.
Into the box now, Devin Mesoraco, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Mesoraco is a batting line residing in the 230s.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
The 1-1 home is taken for strike 2. Reyes utilizes a good curveball as a part of his arsenal, but it's not just your run-of-the-mill breaking ball. It's unique in that he's able to throw it with great velocity, a power curve, if you will. Ball 2. Bradley stands at second with no outs. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Stepping in now, Brandon Nimmo, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
Standing in now, Jeff McNeil, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 is taken, strike 1. High in the air out to center field. Fowler has a read on it, and the inning is over. Mets leave 1. They're down 9-0. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Jose Martinez. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a breaking ball, but it's low. Lined hard toward right center, and another base hit. He's 4 for 5 in this game.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. The 0-1 pitch. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
Here it comes, 0-2. In the dirt here. And it's not in time, as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now, as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
In now, Paul Goldschmidt. Slider laid off for a ball. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4, not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
And a ball, 1-0. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Skied in the air to straightaway left.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
The third baseman, number 13.
Now batting, Matt Carpenter. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Hey, hats off to the pitching staff right here. They've been able to hold a hot hitter in check in Game 4 of this series.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. St. Louis is out in front, 10-0. Next for the Mets, Jed Lowry. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitchers.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses for ball 1.
1-0.
A little late that time as he swings and misses for strike 1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Pulled high in the air out to right field. O'Neill waits on it. He's got it 1 away. So striding in, Peter Alonso. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
2-0 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Three and 0 now. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering where the heck was that pitch. I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Michael Conforto. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, he needs to clean it up. He's already got the hat trick. The boys are wondering if the golden sombrero is soon to follow. Gotta lock this AB in.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Off the plate.
In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
The 1-1 is low and outside for a ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hard hit to first. Fielded by Goldschmidt. One there. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. We've played 8 full. The Cardinals lead it 10-0. Striding into the box, Paul DeYoung. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point.
Paul DeYoung.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Hit hard to the right side, but foul. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing grounder to the right side. To his left, Cano. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
I'm no hitting coach, but I know we always preach, if you're going to swing, swing. Second guessed himself on that one.
Into the box now, Tyler O'Neill, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
He doesn't look like the same reliever right now, but listen, this is his 4th inning of work. And there aren't very many relievers that can go 4+ innings and be rock solid all the way through.
Now a curveball that hangs on inside for ball 3. He's set. Here's the 3-0. 3-1. 1 out, nobody on. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Into the box, Dexter Fowler, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Now a curveball, but he might have flown open a bit. It's 1-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
Hit out towards second. Cano has it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. Striding in, Robinson Cano. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out. And over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Cano waits on the first pitch.
That's the ball.
Fastball just misses. That's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. 1-2. Here it comes. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective. And that's exactly what he did right there.
Standing in now, Yoenis Cespedes. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Hit hard down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Fouled away. Here's another 1-2. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
Here's Jackie Bradley now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate, and that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now to cover both the inside and the outside part of the plate.
3 balls and a strike now to Bradley. Devin Mesoraco would be next. The 3-1. And that misses, ball 4. And now the Mets have themselves a 2-out base runner.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them. And that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Now in the box, Devin Mesoraco. No hits to this point. From the stretch, ball 1. Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. The 2-0 is looked at for the first strike.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Now the 2-1. Hit high and deep to right center. Fowler giving chase. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
This was just a nice win for these guys. They did most of their damage in that big second inning and did what they had to the rest of the way to secure this win.
10-0, the final shutout score in this one. St. Louis put a 10 spot on the scoreboard in this one. Jack Flaherty earns win number 4 on the season. Noah Syndergaard was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. Alex Reyes takes the rare 3-inning save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.